Expert advice on repairing your damaged credit by howtogrowcredit.com. While you watch this video, please consider subscribing. If you like this content, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and feel free to comment down below with any questions. We would love to hear from you. Also, when the video ends, make sure to check out the rest of the content on this channel and our website howtogrowcredit.com, both with new content added daily. You can fix your credit to cause more opportunities to open to you. Use the tips listed below to start repairing your credit. If you have to improve your credit, make a solid plan and follow it. You have to be committed to making real changes to your spending habits. Only the necessities can be purchased from here on in. Ask yourself if a certain purchase is both necessary and affordable. Buy the item if your answer to this question is yes. A good credit report means you are more likely to get a mortgage on the house of your dreams. Making regular mortgage payments promptly helps raise your credit score. This will also be useful if you end up needing to borrow money. Secured credit cards are an effective way for you to start rebuilding your credit. These accounts are much easier to get as you will have to fund the new account ahead of time with a deposit to cover any purchases. Even though this card will be secured by your own money, you will make payments and manage it as if it were unsecured. This will improve your credit as you show yourself able to make the payments on time. You can lower your debt by refusing to acknowledge the part of your debt that has been accrued by significantly high interest rates if you are being charged more than you should be. Creditors are skirting a fine line of the law when they hit you exorbitant interest rates. You did sign a contract saying that you would pay interest. You may wish to make a legal claim that the interest rates are too high if you want to sue your state's statutory limits. Having a good record allows you to qualify for things like a home mortgage. Making your mortgage payment on time each month will also boost your credit score. When you own your own home, it shows that you have assets and financial stability. This will be beneficial when you apply for loans. If a company promises that they can remove all negative marks from a credit report, even those properly reported, negative entries that are otherwise accurate will stay on your history for up to 7 years. You can lower your debt by refusing to acknowledge the part of your debt that has been accrued by significantly high interest rates. Creditors are skirting a fine line of law when they try to charge you exorbitant interest rates. You did sign a contract saying that you would pay off the debt. If you go ahead and sue your creditors, ask that they consider the high rate of interest. Make sure you research any credit counselor before you do business with them. Although some credit counselors are truthful and legitimately helpful, others have motives that are less than kind. Some companies you may find are just people trying to scam you. Consumers should carefully research credit counseling agencies before choosing one with which to work. Many counselors are honest and helpful, but others may be less interested in actually helping you. Some are not legitimate. It is wise for consumers to not give out personal information unless they are sure that the company is legit. Dispute every error you find on your credit report. Contact your creditors to request a reduction in your credit line. This will prevent overextending yourself and lets the company know about your responsible borrowing habits. You could get credit easier in the future. To start repairing your credit, focus on closing all accounts except one. You may be able to transfer to your remaining account. This allows you to focus on paying off one credit card bill rather than many smaller ones. If you wish to repair your credit, you'll have to stop spending more than you earn. This will require a change in your thinking. In years past, many people relied on credit cards to make major purchases, but now those risky financial choices are catching up with them. Examine your finances and make wise decisions about how much you should be spending. Check over your credit card statement each month to make sure there are no errors. If such fees are present, you have to make sure that you take care of them immediately with the company so that they don't send that information to the credit bureaus. One excellent way to get your credit score back up is to close all your credit cards except for one. It is important to make small payments or transfer a balance to the open account. In this manner, you can take care of all your credit card debt by paying down a single balance. Bankruptcy should only be viewed as a last resort. This negative mark will stay on your credit score for 10 years. It sounds very appealing to clear out your debt, but you will be affected down the long run. You're just hurting yourself. Always examine your monthly credit card bill to make sure everything is accurate. If you spot any late fees, immediately contact your credit card company. This can save you from having late payments reported to the credit reporting agencies. Pay the balances as soon as you can to start the credit score repair process. Pay off accounts with the highest interest and largest balances first. This shows creditors realize that you are responsible for your credit cards. Do not file for bankruptcy if you do not have to. This will reflect on your credit report for the next 10 years. Although it sounds like an easy way to get rid of debt, it will affect your life for a significant amount of time. Bankruptcy destroys your ability to get any sort of loan for at least a few years, so don't file unless you have to. This helps you maintain a proper credit status. Late payments are reported to all credit report companies and will greatly decrease your chances of being eligible for a home in the future. Make sure that you pay more than the minimum balance owed on all of your credit cards to improve your credit. You should first work on paying down the credit cards with the highest balance or interest rates. It is your job to turn it around and prove you are responsible with credit. Take the time to carefully go over your monthly credit card statements. It is only your responsibility to be sure that everything is correct. Make sure a credit repair agency is legitimate before choosing to work with them. There are plenty of credit repair agencies that don't follow through with their promises. It is sad to see how many people have been taken advantage of by credit repair scams. See if the company in question has a reputation on any of the user review sites before you commence business with them. Try not to use credit cards at all. Use cash when you are building back your credit. If you do use a credit card, pay it back in full. Your credit cards are not doing you any favors, avoid using them. Using cash will ensure that you stick to your budget and don't overspend. If you have a situation where you have to put a charge on your credit card, make a point to pay it off as soon as possible. Debt collectors are an intimidating and stressful part of a bad credit crisis. This doesn't let the customer off the hook for the debt, but that doesn't mean consumers can keep ignoring the debt. When attempting to fix your credit score, exercise caution when it comes to attorneys and legal teams that advertise instant repair of credit. A lot of people are having difficulty with their credit, and some lawyers try to exploit these people with illegal and ineffective credit repair services. Research your lawyer before you call them. A terrible credit situation would be having many different debts you can't afford to pay off multiple debts. Even if all you're making is minimum payments, you will avoid having the bill sent to collections. A terrible credit situation would be having many different debts you can't afford to pay back. Therefore, you should aim to spread out all available money for spending to all of the creditors that you owe money to so that each one can get a portion of your money. Minimum payments will keep your debt accounts in good standing and will keep them from ending up in collections. Prepaid or secured credit cards can help you to break bad spending and repayment habits. This will indicate to others that you are responsible and creditworthy. Note down any threats you receive from creditors or collection agencies because they are breaking the law by threatening you. There are consumer laws that limit the things that a collection agency can do to you. Credit score. Contact a reputable credit counseling organization if you are experiencing difficulties developing a budget or sticking with one. Agents at these organizations can negotiate with creditors to set up payment plans for your debt, and they will teach you how to dig out and stay out of debt over time. Also, credit counseling will help you set up a budget and examine where your money goes. Your credit score will also suffer from opening new lines of credit. When you are at the checkout, fight the urge to get one to receive the discounts that are offered to you. As soon as you open your new credit card, your credit score drops. Make sure that you keep records of everything when interacting with credit bureaus. Keep track of every contact you make, including letters and emails, and summaries of any phone calls you received. Send your dispute letter as certified mail so you can prove it was received. Make out a definite plan to pay off past due and collection agencies. Keep your checking and savings accounts active and in good standing. Active accounts indicate a steady income and bill payment to creditors. Make sure you never overdraw your accounts and pay your bills on time to show how responsible you are. Creditors compare the proportion of your debt to your income. You will be seen as a bad credit risk if your debt is too much for your income to handle. You don't have to pay it all at once, so you should make a plan to repay in a timely fashion and follow that schedule. When speaking with creditors, be forthright about your financial situation and express willingness to cooperate. Tell the debt collector the amount that you can pay them, and when they can expect the payment. Always remember that they are open to negotiation. Investigate debt consolidation programs to see if their services can help you repair your credit. This way all of your debts will be combined into one monthly payment. Make sure to research your consolidation plan you evaluate to determine if it is the best one for you. Look into credit counseling if your credit is a wreck. They will show you how to pay down debt and still live. You must be willing to commit to pay your creditors and possibly sacrifice your credit cards. Look at your credit report to make sure that the discrepancies are no errors. There could be a mistake or error in error. If you can prove that a given discrepancy is invalid, you should submit a credit dispute to the institution that gave you a bad mark on your report. Check your credit file to see how much you owe and to whom. Ensure that all information is accurate, then begin to address discrepancies and problematic accounts. Debt with high interest needs to be paid off first while paying the minimum for all of the other accounts. Keeping your accounts in good standing is a signal of responsibility to potential lenders. Paying off your outstanding debt is a wonderful way to improve your credit score. Credit counseling can be very helpful as well. Try to work with the collection agencies. Managing various forms of credit properly will help improve your overall credit. How much credit and what kinds you have available both affect your credit score. You can raise your credit score along with paying them promptly by having to pay various types of credit, like credit cards, mortgages, or auto loans. For example, being a few $100s under your limit can still hurt your credit score, even if you make your payments on time. One way to improve your credit score is to open up a new line of credit and pay it off in a fast. It increases the number of paid-as-agreed trade lines on your credit report and shows companies that you are turning things around. This process builds a good credit history and demonstrates that you can pay your credit responsibilities better. If you do not have a good credit rating, then ask your creditors to lower your spending limits. You do not want to lower your credit limit to the point that your current balance nearly maxes it out. Your future will be a lot easier if you repair your negative credit. You can do many things free of cost to fix your credit. Apply what you have learned from this video, and begin your journey toward better credit. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check out the rest of the content on this channel and our website howtogrowcredit.com, both with new content added daily. Also, check out our recommended credit repair system with the link in the description. Remember to like, comment, subscribe and share. Not only does it help us make new content for you, but also tells YouTube to share this content with others. How to grow credit. Steps to grow your credit score.